Hi guys, so on Thursday we have the Scorpio full supermoon, and I wrote my lunoscope today and felt very pulled to do this video as well, as there's a lot happening up in the cosmos, and I wanted to share what some of my feelings are around this week because I think it could get quite choppy emotionally. The Scorpio full supermoon on Thursday is at 11:45 a.m. and alongside the supermoon we also have 4 planets retrograding. These are Saturn, Jupiter, Pluto, who will be retrograding until September, October, and Venus, who will be retrograding until June. Which means with a lot of planets retrograding and a Scorpio full supermoon, there's going to be a lot of fireworks. So let's start with the Scorpio full supermoon. A supermoon means that the moon is orbiting Earth closer than it usually is, which means it has a more significant pull on the water flows and the tides of this planet. And because we are 70% water, we are going to be feeling this moon with more intensity. Alongside that, the Scorpio full moon is probably the most celebrated of all the moons. This is the Wesak moon in Buddhist traditions, because this is the moon where Buddha was born, became enlightened and died. It was also considered the lunar Beltane moon because it was the moon that represented summer and growth and abundance. So it's always been quite a big moon of the year, but in Scorpio it means that it's very watery. And the Scorpio energy is all about passion, and what this moon is going to do is going to be plunging, cleaning, illuminating what's going on hidden in the unconscious. And this can be painful. So the first big impact that this moon is going to have is illuminating hidden or buried secrets. So this week we could see a lot of secrets coming to light, a lot of information coming to light that's been hidden. A lot of papers maybe being revealed. So we're going to get some information that we hadn't had before, which can be shocking. So on a collective level, this is where we get to see beyond the illusion of what we think is happening and start seeing really the reality of the situation. Which can mean instability with our institutions, which are already crumbling. The systems are already crumbling. The coronavirus has made a massive impact. The cracks are repairing. And with the Scorpio full moon, we could well see the cracks deepening and getting bigger and irreparable. On the other hand, we're also feeling this on an individual level, and the Scorpio full moon can really knock our self-esteem and our self-worth. So if you're feeling a bit low, a bit wobbly, unsure of where you're going, who you are, and what you're meant to be doing on the planet, what your purpose is, then this is the Scorpio energy infiltrating those hidden crevices within us. In these times, it can be very overwhelming emotionally because there's not much we can do with decisions that we've made in the past. So we may find that we reach for that bottle, or we reach for the marijuana, or whatever we're needing to do to kind of block out some of that pain. So addictions can really trigger during this week, overeating, eating too much sugar. This Scorpio full moon often triggers excessive behaviour. Also, because the Scorpio moon is all about passion and sensuality, this is often a moon where we go out, we party, we connect with others, and we feel very sensual, and romantic energy is there. But with Venus retrograde and in lockdown, it means all of that energy has been very, very suppressed, and it could come up as a negative emotion, as a negative arousal, creating more aggression, more anger, more frustration. So this is about being aware of what this moon may be triggering for you during this week. Because when we know that we're being triggered by the moon, then we know it's going to pass, because once the moon starts waning around this weekend, all of those intense feelings will definitely recede. So this is only happening as the moon is waxing until Thursday, and then for Thursday and Friday. So what to do? Well, if these feelings come up, becoming aware of them, recognizing that you might be being triggered And not going directly into the blame game, but maybe sitting with yourself and seeing where you can take personal responsibilities for some of the choices you've made. Some of the negative emotions that can come up around Scorpio is guilt, frustration, resentment, regret. So it brings up some deep emotions to the surface in order for us to look at them and to do something about it. So if you are feeling overwhelmed, do reach out to your family and friends. Ask for help. Don't let it build up inside of you and build up inside of you until you can't take the feeling anymore. It's really important that you connect to your loved ones, you connect to those that you trust, and you reach out for help if you are feeling overwhelmed by the emotional intensity. Going out in nature can really, really help. Going jogging, walking fast, going on a bicycle, whatever you need to get out of your mind and get your cardiovascular movement going really helps to get out of our minds and into a different zone so that we can kind of calm down some of that agitation and intense energy that we might be feeling. Walking barefoot in nature, releasing those energies out through the soles of the feet as black sludge can really help. Hugging a tree can really help. Just spending some time in a garden, looking at flowers can kind of calm the mind. Or finding something that can help ignite your passion and your inspiration, your creativity. There's a lot of great online courses going on. There's great things happening. So finding something where you can come out of the mind and into your creativity, into your passion, feel inspired, because when we feel energized, inspired, creative and passionate, we release different chemicals into the brain. We release oxytocin, serotonin and dopamine. We feel much better. So it's really important that we can balance some of the deeper emotional stuff that's happening, that's being triggered by this moon, by doing things that make us feel good. But the most important thing I want to mention for this week is to be kind to yourself, because being kind to yourself is the most important thing that we can do. So rather than beat yourself up about, you know, maybe having overdrunk or fallen off the wagon or, you know, feeling depressed, is actually acknowledging it and just giving yourself a big hug and, you know, forgiving yourself if you've done things in the past that you're not proud of or that you're not happy with. To know that once you've forgiven yourself, you can move forward much easier and more smoothly, because this moon is about us looking at what we don't like about ourselves in order to make those changes. So we can use this as a glass half full, glass half empty scenario. When we look at it as half empty, we become the victim, we become stuck in regret, we become stuck in guilt, in pain. But when we see it as half full, we see, okay, that's how I acted in the past, but what am I going to do differently this time? What am I going to do differently? Because life is always in cycles. Believe me, you will be in another situation that you will have the same decision, and this is an opportunity to decide that you're going to make a different decision, make a different choice that's going to serve you better and serve the way you live your life better. So this Scorpio moon is double-sided, as all moons are, illuminating the darkness in order for us to be liberated from some past stuff, get rid of it in order for us to move forward more smoothly, with the Taurus Sun helping us through this process, igniting that passion and creativity. We can really find that space and time outside of the emotional intensity to focus and alchemize that intensity into passion and creativity in order to fuel us through for the rest of the week. So wishing you all a wonderful full moon ride. I am doing a full moon ceremony on Wednesday from 7 till 9, where we will tune into this energy of the supermoon, release any negative energies and see what messages the moon has for us so that we can move more smoothly and freely through this lunar wave. So do join me on Wednesday, but whatever you do this week, do it with loads of kindness, lots of love, and keep shining bright. The world needs your light. See you later. Bye for now.